What if I told you that talking about your dreams could actually stop you from achieving them? Most people share their plans too soon, and before they know it, their energy is drained. But there was one man who discovered the secret of turning silence into unstoppable growth. Elias was a quiet dreamer living in a small riverside town. For years, he had wanted to become a skilled craftsman. He loved shaping wood, turning plain pieces into beautiful creations. But whenever he shared his dream, people laughed. Friends, neighbors, and even strangers would say things like, "You'll never make it. Why not get a normal job?" Or, "You don't have the talent. You should be realistic." Their words cut deeper than any tool ever could, and slowly, Elias began to doubt himself. Every voice around him became a weight on his chest, and eventually, he began to believe them. One evening, feeling defeated, Elias walked to the old riverside dock to clear his mind. There, he noticed an elderly fisherman a few meters away. The man's hands moved skillfully, weaving a net with meticulous care. Every loop, every knot, was precise, and the rhythm of his work seemed almost meditative. There was a calmness to him, a quiet confidence, that immediately drew Elias' attention. Curiosity mixed with desperation, Elias approached the fisherman. "Excuse me, sir," he said softly. "I've been trying to chase my dream for years, but people keep discouraging me. I keep failing, and I don't know how to make it real." How did you make your life work? How did you bring your own dream into reality?" The fisherman paused, stilling his hands over the net. Then he looked up, his eyes sharp yet kind, and smiled. "I can see it in you," he said. "Your heart is heavy, and doubt has been weighing you down. You've been talking too much about your plans, seeking approval, and letting the world steal your energy. You know, every time I told people my plans, they talked me out of them. So I stopped talking, and my silence became my strength. Every knot of this net, every cast of the line, I focus on the work, not the praise or the criticism." Elias blinked. "What do you mean?" The fisherman smiled and nodded. "When you talk too much about your dreams, you give away your energy. When you speak too soon, you lose your power. When you listen too much to people's opinions, you lose your courage. But when you work quietly, every day, your strength grows in ways no one can see. The world will only notice your results, not your words. Protect your dreams. Let your work speak before your mouth does." Silence, real silence, grows a man from the inside. Those words went straight into Elias' heart. That night, he made a decision. He would stop explaining himself, stop seeking approval, stop announcing dreams, and start planting seeds in silence. From that day forward, Elias worked quietly. At dawn, he collected wood. In the afternoon, he practiced shaping it. At night, he studied techniques by lamplight. He failed, learned, and tried again. No one knew. No one encouraged him. No one believed in him. But he believed in himself. Months passed. One morning, Elias walked into the town market carrying something no one expected: a beautifully carved wooden chair. Polished, perfect, elegant, and unlike anything anyone had ever seen. People stared. "Who made this? When did you learn this skill? How did you transform like this?" Elias smiled softly and said, "While the world was loud, I chose silence. And in that silence, I grew." Word of his talent spread far and wide. Orders came not only from nearby towns, but also from merchants in distant cities. Wealth, respect, and admiration poured into Elias' life. But the greatest reward was not just material. One day, a nobleman who had heard of his work came to meet him, and was so impressed that he offered Elias a grant to open a grand workshop, supply the finest wood, and train apprentices for generations. Suddenly, Elias' quiet dedication had not only transformed his own life, but created an entire legacy. The town prospered alongside him, and young dreamers came to learn the secret of growth through patience and silence. From that day, the town learned a lesson through him. Your silence is not emptiness. It is the soil where greatness grows. Protect your dreams. Let your results speak before your mouth does. Elias became known not for the noise he made, but for the transformation he birthed in silence. And so, he became the man who transformed silence into growth. People who had once doubted him now looked up to him, inspired to protect their own dreams. And Elias, standing in his thriving workshop, realized that the true blessing was not only wealth and recognition, but the peace, mastery, and fulfillment that came from working silently, letting his actions, not his words, shape his destiny. So, dear friend, protect your dreams, Work in silence. Let your results make the noise. If this story blessed you, do not forget to hit on the subscribe button to get more stories that can give you the courage to live and grow.